you could find his special on MySpace? No, let's hear it. Give it up, everyone. Make some noise for Ian Molnar.
Oh, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Hell yeah, good. Hey, keep it going for Ryan for hosting this shit. Keep it going for him. I told him to say that MySpace shit. Don't look it up. Nice to be here. Nice to be here. Driving here, it was cool. It's like it's a smaller town. It reminded me of where I'm from. I'm from like a really small place. I say place because it was like too small to be a town. I grew up in a village, technically. Yeah, a village. Yeah, village is a bad word because whenever people hear it, they always think like, oh, that's quaint. Like, ooh, nice dirt roads and pumpkin patches. And I have to be like, the reality is more like dirt roads and nicotine patches. It's not quite as nice. Yeah, I grew up in southwest Ohio, which was crazy because it was like being from the south and the north at the same time. You know, all of the bad of the south, none of the good. All of the racism, all of the food was fucking terrible. You know, people didn't even talk like they were from the south. It was crazy, right? People would just be like, oh, hey, fella, you want a cup of sweet tea? Like, why the fuck are you talking that way? We're 4 hours from Canada right now. What's going on? So I looked it up. Turns out 100 years ago, a bunch of hill people from Kentucky moved there, stayed, never left, so now everyone sounds like a walking GED. It's fucking fantastic. I love it. And from there, but I'm Hungarian by definition. My family's from Hungary. I just got back from Hungary last week, actually. Hungary is one of those countries that's been around for 1,000 years. But every time I've ever brought it up in the States, at least one fucking asshole has to be like, oh, if you're hungry, you should try eating some food. It's like, thanks, Jeff, you should try taking a fucking geography class. How do you do that? And I love Hungary, though. I do love Hungary. It's a weird place. It's a place that's full of just cynical, depressed people. Like, really. Just cynical, depressed people wearing mostly dark colors and neutrals. So it's basically like hanging out with a country full of comedians. It's the fucking best. You know, it really is cynical. Like, if you gave everyone in that country a mood ring, every single one of those fuckers is gray. Alright? All of them. The place loves to drink, too. It's like it is a big drinking country. It's not an activity, it is a lifestyle. Alright? You better get on board. Like I was there, and there was one day I woke up at 7:30 in the morning with a headache, and I went to my friend and I was like, hey man, can I get some ibuprofen? And he was like, sure, of course. Went in, came back 5 minutes later, just holding a bottle of liquor. I was like, it's not ibuprofen, man. I mean, he's like, it is here. All right, here we go. And 20 minutes later, I asked that guy for a cup of coffee. He came back with cocaine. It was fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. I do love Hungary though because it's a resilient country, right? Like they're depressed, they're alcoholics, but they've earned the right to be because they have been on the losing side of history for history. You know? Just for all of it. They haven't won a single battle ever. It's fucking crazy. They're the Cleveland Browns of war. Like, pretty much. Yeah. But they decided they were just like, at one point they were like, fuck it, we're gonna celebrate the losses. You know, so like for instance, this month they have a holiday celebrating the 1956 Revolution for Independence, which was the largest anti-communist revolution in history. They did not win that revolution. Wasn't even close. It was over in 6 days. Yeah, but I love that spirit, right? Because they're just like, look, beat me now, but in 70 years, my grandkid gets a 3-day weekend, and your fucker's going to work. So. I was there with family. I was there with my dad. I have an old dad. Anyone else have like old parents? Yeah? No, literally no one has an old parent. That's impossible. Some of you are old parents. All right? Get the fuck out of here. I love having an old parent though, right? Because it's like I used to have a dad, and now I have a grandpa, and that shit's dope. It really is. He's a grandpa for sure. Like, he only eats saltine crackers, naps all the time, regularly hands me $20 bills. That's 3 for 3 in the grandpa games, all right, down the line. And he made it obvious to me how old he was recently. We were at the movie theater together, and he was standing in line for the concessions, and I was over here, and he just looked at me and he goes, "Hey man, we don't need to buy popcorn," and he just shook his pocket. It's like, what's going on there, buddy? It's like, I've got goldfish. It's like, bro, there's no chance in hell I'm making loose goldfish out of your fucking pocket right now. It's not gonna happen, sir. And then he just pulled out 2 neatly Ziploc bags for each of us, and he's like, "Oh shit, sorry, Gramps, my bad. Oh man, love my dad. Love my dad even though he is the most shameless human being I've ever met in the world. It's amazing. Like, you know that part of your brain that goes, "Don't say that"? Yeah, in his brain it goes, "Say it." Right? And if it gets weird, double down on that shit. Right? This happened a couple of months ago. He was visiting me in Chicago, and we were at a restaurant, and my friend asked him, "Hey man, where do you live?" And my dad, without skipping a beat, goes, "Oh, I'm from Dayton, Ohio, that place where the last shooting just happened." Yeah, I know, yeah. Right? And I was just in the background like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, this guy just wanted to know where you live, and now we all have to think about our nation's gun laws. Like, this is a lot. This is heavy. You know, and it was ironic, because that is like the conversational equivalent of a mass shooting. You know, he's just like mowing down social norms, left and right. What are we doing? So I took him aside afterwards, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, why did you say that?" And he goes, "Well, I just figured that would be the quickest way someone would know what Dayton is right now." I was like, "That's true. You also could have just waited 5 seconds to see if you knew what it was naturally. It's an idea. It's not that far away. This is Illinois, not India. All right? Jesus, dude." And so I had to coach him. I was like, "Dad, you're here for a few more days. This might happen again. If it does, just say anything else. Anything else at all is a better answer than that." And a day later, it did happen. You know, another friend that he met was like, "Hey man, where do you live?" And I locked eyes with my dad in that moment to be like, "Hey, don't fuck this up." Right? And he looked back at me like, "I got this." And I was like, "All right, cool. So he looks at my friend and he goes, "Oh, I'm from Dayton, Ohio. The nation's leader in heroin overdose." Shit. Oh man, but my dad and I we both got back to the States last week. We're both out in the States. Nice to be back in the States. Nice to be back here. Things are kind of weird right now. You know, like everyone in the U.S. isn't getting along necessarily. Like we all know that. You know, like the red states hate the blue states for killing babies. You know, like the blue states hate the red states for gendering babies. Like, shit is crazy, right? It's fucking wild. And people on both sides at this point they're getting so extreme. They're like, what if there's another civil war? Like, what if we have another civil war? And I thought about it. I don't think it's going to happen. One, I don't think we're going to have a war when there's Netflix. Yeah, people like to lounge too much. Like, it's not going to... It's Netflix and chill, not Netflix and kill. Like, it's not going to happen. No one's going to pick up arms when they have to finish season 6 of The Ranch. You know, like, no one's doing that. But the bigger reason that I don't think it's going to happen, and I hope it doesn't happen, is because if it did happen, I would personally fight on the liberal side of that war, and we would lose that shit in 2 days. Yeah, it'd be like the Amazon Prime delivery of war, all right? It'd be over very quickly, all right? We're not a people built for war. Me? You know, come on. Bunch of free-thinking individualists. Like, day one, a general is going to go up to a recently drafted Starbucks barista, and it'll be like, march in formation. And that person's going to go, "Oh, sorry, actually, I don't really do formations. That's a little too much structure for me." Yeah, the only thing I like to march to is the beat of my own drum, so... That officer's going to try to pull rank on them immediately. Listen, as your commanding officer, I order you to do this. Yeah, sorry again. Don't really believe in traditional top-down power structures anymore. Yeah, more into side-out these days. Fun idea. What if we're all generals? Let's try that out. It's gonna be the first war in history where one side has to take a 1-hour break every week to go to therapy. They're just gonna be in a session with a therapist like, yeah, I don't know. I told them that I don't like being shot at, but they keep doing it. You know, what do you do when someone doesn't respect your boundaries? I don't know. The mess hall's gonna be a disaster zone. It's just gonna be the first time a bunch of troops are gonna walk in there like, hey, do you have any almond milk for the gruel? Like, I know we're fighting some intolerance out there, but I'm also fighting some intolerance in here. Yeah, and it's lactose. So, front lines are gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a front line of troops that look like me. It's not good. Everyone's gonna be decked out in like camo joggers and tactical Doc Martens, just like crawling through the trenches. Cloud of vape smoke's gonna be hovering over the battlefield. Man, we're all gonna have our fucking helmets decked out like MacBook Pros with like clever sticker decals the whole time. Just like the left side is the right side. You know, it's gonna be fucking terrible. It's gonna be the first war in history that ends with a participation trophy. Like I said though, I'm in therapy. On the topic of therapy, I'm in therapy. I do that. I don't think I'm there for the right reasons. I'm only there really to feel morally superior to my friends who aren't. Yeah, if you didn't laugh at that joke, you're angry and I'm better than you. So, fuck off. Yeah, man, I'm there. I'm a pretty anxious guy, you know, I'm pretty high anxiety. I flinch at the air. Yeah, I downloaded like a meditation app to try to help with anxiety because someone said it would work, you know. You guys have heard about these apps, you know? Yeah. Funny thing about them, yeah, they don't fucking work. Not at all. I think meditation works. I think silent meditation works. I think guided meditation doesn't because the person on the app guiding you through it has a voice that can only be described as that of a polite turtle. He's always like, but today we're gonna focus on letting your thoughts go in and out. How about today you focus on talking faster? Your thoughts are clouds. Focus on them moving away and picture a clear sky. I live in a basement apartment. Tune everything else out and only focus on the sounds as they happen in the moment. That was a gunshot. All right, thank you guys so much. Keep it going, Brian, everybody.